Welcome to the 81 podcast. It is your host, Oscar Lee. I'm joined today by my Chicago Falcons teammate and now current graphic design artist and boxer, Monche Iznazo Gutierrez. Monche, how you doing today, brother?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Doing all right, man. Shoot, we started a little late today, but we all right. It's Monday, right? So we live in. So man, it's been a minute since I've actually like talked to you like face to face. You know what I mean? So what you been up to, bro?
I've just been focusing on my business and training. I'm focusing on getting my first boxing match. I just went back to the gym like last Thursday. I did
Yeah.
like 10 live sparring rounds, and I felt great. So I'm pretty excited.
So is your first box match coming up pretty soon?
No, I'm still preparing. Due to the whole pandemic, I took some time off, but I decided to come back because once you start doing the sport, you got to finish it.
Big facts, big facts. It's funny. Another one of our guests, Ryan Schumi, he's also getting preparing for his boxing match in Indiana. But it's the same thing. It's like y'all were probably gonna get ready for last year to make your debut because I know you started training. I think almost 2 years ago for boxing, and pretty much you're probably ready to what do you call it, debut last year. But since COVID and everything hit, you didn't really have the opportunity. Now you're just kind of working around it. You know?
Yeah, I was actually training for MMA first.
Okay.
Yeah, I was training for MMA first. I had came to boxing because I wanted to work on my hands. Like since I've been in high school, I wrestled, so my grappling game is pretty good. The only thing I wanted to like really focus on is my striking, and I feel like boxing is the best way to go. I know by the time I get at least one boxing match in my belt, my hands would be pretty solid for my first MMA match in the future.
Big facts, and obviously with that, if you do want to get an MMA, obviously it's boxing is a good way to start, but pretty much, boxing is obviously a lot more. I feel like it's a lot more focused. I feel like MMA is since so multifaceted in terms of the different styles and different ways of attacking and combat. You can't really focus on like orthodox or any of that type of stuff because you have to kind of be like your legs, your lower body is exposed. You're basically I guess susceptible to being taken down. So UFC Hall of Famer Ken Shamrock was on the show, and he was very talking about his wrestling background, kind of building into it. You also have a wrestling background, you know what I mean? You also wrestled in high school, so kind of talk to me. Is MMA is that driven by kind of your wrestling background, or is it just kind of a passion that you want to just try to take a shot at now?
It was actually driven from my wrestling background. Ever since high school was over, I kind of missed the sport. When you, wrestling, martial arts period, is more an individual sport. You work on yourself and you better yourself, and I enjoy just bettering myself and growing. I hate when I'm not doing nothing, and I feel real good when I'm in the gym and just working on my technique and just getting better. That really makes me happy. So yeah.
Big facts, big facts. So yeah, let's go ahead and start from your early years, right? Because I met you when I won this boy, but we'll get into that a little bit. Talk to me about kind of your early years. When you started, playing sports at an early age. Was football, wrestling kind of your first sports, or were those come later on? What was your first passion as a kid?
um Actually, to be honest, as a kid, like I believe ever since I was 6 years old, I always wanted to play sports. Period. I
Yeah.
actually wanted to start to play basketball, but I had asthma at the time, and every team would turn me down because of my asthma, and it was kind of depressing. So I was like in the stage where I kind of didn't care about my grades. But by the time I went to high school, I noticed my asthma went away. I was able to run a lot longer. And then so I had decided to jump on the football team mainly because a lot of guys I was in middle school with, they had like 3-4 years of experience of football, and they would tell me I wouldn't be able to make the team. But I decided to work on what I know I need to work on for football, which is run. And I just play like live football, tackle with the guys through the whole summer before tryouts, and I actually made the team. And then I actually grown to love football. Um, yeah, I grown to love football. Then I believe it was my freshman year after the football season. The sophomore coach came up to me and said if I wanted to start for the sophomore year, I had to wrestle. So I decided to do wrestling.
So
And
pretty
I actually,
much, good, good.
oh yeah, I actually enjoyed it. The first year I was like 17 and 11. Then I made it to sectionals. So it was pretty dope. And so I decided to, on off season, I decided to just work on my skills during the off season. I do off season tournaments. I went to the Frost South a few times. I went to the sectionals for Frost South twice. And then I was on varsity my junior and senior year. And yeah, so it was pretty cool. I went to TF South and then I went to Red Central for 1 year.
That's what's up, baby, man. I mean, you put some work in,
Yeah.
Obviously, kind of what you talk about your motivation to play when they said you were too small. I felt the same way for me playing football. Like, when I was in high school, I wasn't even able to play because of my grades. But I wanted to continue trying and play at JUCO because I want to prove to myself I could do it. Did you feel like you were in the same situation when you were told by whoever that you were too small or you were not able to play football and kind of talking and crossing over to wrestling? Was there some added motivation because of that, or was that just kind of independent?
Yeah, that was. I would say that was half like that was like the big motivation for me, just because when somebody tell you can't do something and you can do it, you just got to put the time in. It's kind of like I wanted to prove them wrong, so I decided to put the work in, and it is true. Hard work beat talent, so I'm a firm believer of hard work. So I had the guys that told me that I couldn't make the team or that always talk down on me, end up taking a spot. So
See, man, what we talking about, boy? Hard works beat talent when talent doesn't work hard.
yep.
Right there. See that? Got flex on him, baby.
I
Talk to me about. Say what?
I need to get a few of those rings right there.
Get you one, baby. You can get this one at least. Because you should. I mean, you were there. But yeah, talk to me about kind of obviously so obviously you had a pretty good high school career. Obviously playing football, playing you're doing wrestling and making sectionals, and you're varsity on both teams for 2 years straight. What was your next step? Did you want to go play college, or where was your head at that point?
To be honest, like that during that time, it was real difficult for me because I actually lost my brother. So I couldn't really I was trying my best to focus doing my sports, especially my senior year. My goal was to make it to state, but it was just an emotional roller coaster for me. So after high school, I really didn't think much, but I knew it would have been tough for me to wrestle just because, naturally at the time I was like naturally 180, 185, but I cut down to 160, sometimes 152 to wrestle. So I was like, I'd rather play football, and I ended up getting a scholarship at Robert Morris to play football. And after I went to Robert Morris, I actually ended up missing the sport of wrestling. And I was like, man, I want to go back to the gym. So I decided to go to the gym that I used to train at off season that's down the street that I actually train at now. It's G2 MMA. And it's actually the best gym to go to for MMA fighters. And even if you're trying to learn jiu-jitsu and you want to compete, that's the best gym to go. They got quality fighters there, and I learned so much, and I gained a lot of knowledge from there, and I'm looking forward to fighting for them for my first MMA match. So it's, but yeah. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's great. Because I mean, you transitioning over, you using your brother's loss. So that kind of goes back to my previous question about motivation. Talk to me about kind of what your brother meant to you, and talk to me about kind of how much motivation that's added to your now career. Obviously we'll get into kind of how we met and our season, with the Falcons, but talk to me about kind of the loss of your brother and how that added motivation to you, or how that continues to add motivation for you to this day as an athlete.
At the time, when you're young, how you have a sibling, y'all fight a lot, and then, a lot of times you probably I don't remember a lot of fights we have, but we'll fight on something serious. It'd be like to a point where we just punching each other and be hating each other, or we fighting for fun. So it was just like a lot of times we'll fight for fun, and when I think about my brother, I think about all the times we play fight, and we we had our conflicts, but we loved each other at the end of the day. When he passed away, I just told myself I didn't want to put myself in that mindset where I didn't care about anything, because I know already that mindset's very predictable. So I didn't want to be another statistic. So I really tried my best to focus on wrestling and football at the time, and I did what I could at the time, and I'm glad that I didn't up and give up on the wrestling or football, because a lot of people in my shoes would do. I seen people just up and quit everything that they was doing, or they put so much hard work in and they just up and quit, and I refused to do that. But I think about now, I think about just continue putting hard work and make and accomplish my goals when it comes to the sport I do. When it comes to my first match, I'm gonna make sure that I prepare myself and make sure that I don't go in there just to knock somebody's head off, but they go in there with to just be smart and focus on my technique and just relax. I don't want to be too uptight. But I guess I just want to be. I know he's looking down on me, so I just want to show him that, he's gone, but I'm gonna be strong for him and the family. So yeah.
Big facts, I mean, and that's honestly the real, I mean, that's the real, like, obviously, like you said, you don't want to be another statistic. You don't want to end up, just like, I mean, when we've lost some teammates on the Falcons, we've lost some teammates, in the past year, who unfortunately we're going to fit in that category. But so essentially now, obviously, moving forward, I mean, it's a life lesson to kind of take advantage of every opportunity. Now, that's how I look at it. I mean, I look at it because this past year, I lost one of my college teammates from cancer. We lost Phil and Caesar, over the past year. So, I mean, we lost some brothers, but ultimately it's just recognizing that, whatever we do, we carry the spirit on, with whatever we pursue. We carry our family's name on with whatever we pursue, You're basically a point of pride. You're basically an extension of those people who were there for you day one, whether it be your brother, whether it be anyone else, obviously specifically your brother, like you said, we take for granted those people until they're gone, so I think ultimately just recognizing, kind of appreciating them for what they're worth, and recognizing that their spirit and their memory will always be eternal is pretty much kind of it. I mean, ultimately, I think, with everything that, life gives us, you just got to kind of roll the punches. And like you said, man, when your first match comes, your first fight comes, you're gonna show out.
Yep.
Yeah. So what happened right after high school then? Obviously, I mean, what was up? What was your next step?
After high school, I lost my brother my senior year, so I wasn't in the right mindset. I wasn't. I didn't have the same passion, the same the same thinking process when it comes to hard work. I was just, my first year of college was like a typical freshman year. I was focusing on partying too much, and I definitely learned a lot. I learned that it is such thing as too much fun. And then I didn't realize at the moment that I was distracting myself from my feelings. So it's like I decided after that year to like actually focus on the problem when it comes to my feelings versus avoiding it, which I did, and I've grown a lot from doing that. And I wish I would have done it sooner, but yeah, I learned a lot. And so by the time I say my sophomore year, junior year in college, I decided I wanted to go back to wrestling, and so I went to G2. Actually, my sophomore year, I started Chicago Falcons. I was looking into semi-pro, and the Chicago Falcons came up. Yep. And
Yes, sir. All right.
I still remember my first day, and me and you met.
Yes, sir. Hey, brother. Hey, Falcons, baby. Falcons for life. You already know what time it is, baby. So, obviously, I remember that first day we met. I don't mean to interrupt you, because, I mean, I still remember that day vividly. You came out there, you had your hat, your ball, we just throwing the ball around. But, I mean, I was running some routes. I was fucking feeling lazy. Then you're like, hey, man, like, come on, throw this ball at me. I'm like, I don't want to do none of that. You're like, no, come on, throw this ball at me. I'm like, all right, let's go. And so we hit it, and, I mean, we got some good routes in. I mean, I was like, okay. And I threw you some, too. And, I mean, like, you had that nice little spiral. And I'm like, what position you play? Oh, like, like you play linebacker, but then, we kind of got our work on special teams, and I love the memories we shared, on special teams, on kickoff, on punt, wherever the fuck they needed us, you know what I mean? Because special teams headhunters, baby, baby, what time it is, baby. I mean, there ain't, that shit ain't sweet, you know what I mean? Like, it ain't free work, it's money, you know what I'm saying? It's money.
Yeah.
So talk to me about that.
Actually had a good time with the Chicago Falcons.
Yeah.
I do plan to go back. I say after my first MMA match.
Okay. So you're going back. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back because I got a lot to take care of. Like, I wanna get a defense some more impact. I was looking at them, how they doing now. And I was like, I'm gonna have to come back. I'm gonna have to definitely show out and probably have about like 200 tackles that season or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love the sport of football as well. It's a great sport. When I do anything, I make sure I give it my all. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But the first year of the Chicago Falcons was awesome. I learned a lot. And like it just I don't know how to explain it. Like when you had that love for something and you haven't done it for a while and you come back, you just fall back in love with it.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's funny. It's funny you mentioned that. Like, people are like, oh, are you going to come out retire? Are you going to play? I'm like, you know what? Like, I mean, there's different ways, but like, you do get the itch, you know what I mean? Like, you get the itch, you want to come out, I don't care what level of football you play, you get the itch that you want to play, you know what I'm saying? So you get the itch you want to play, you want to make sure that, you do what you can in your power to make sure you're ready to play.
Yeah.
Obviously for me, my last season with Falcons is pretty good, you know what I mean? So, I mean, it's pretty good, you know what I mean? It's pretty good. So, I mean, I'm not, I'm not tripping about ever playing again, but I mean, if it's for myself or it's for my fans, I mean, I'll definitely come out, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I mean, it's good for me to hear that, that you're still motivated, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I mean, if you ain't motivated, then you're not doing the right thing. Like, if you don't have the passion for it, you don't have the drive for it, you shouldn't be doing it. You know what I mean? Like, what you're doing with that now, fighting, what you're doing right now, you're kind of like, you're still in school, right? So you mean you're gonna be finishing up school pretty soon. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you got a lot going on too, bro. So I mean, like, hey, man, power to you. And I love kind of, when we were in Chicago, it was like every time, like, hey, bro, like, let's fucking hit downtown. You know what I mean? Let's go hit the club. Let's go hit the rooftop bars. And we didn't get that chance to do that. But ultimately, I mean, it was great. I loved it, man. I loved it because it was like, you know what I mean? Like, you're one of the few guys on the team who I really connected with. Like, I'm not saying I didn't connect with everyone else, you know what I mean? But I'm saying it's like dudes like who I fucked with outside of like game day, outside of practice day. I mean, you're definitely one of them. You know what I mean? So I mean, appreciate you for that, brother.
I appreciate you, man. Since the first day we met, I could tell the genuine connection, you had, and I was like, I know you was a good guy, and I was like, okay, I really like how you put the hard work in. I like what you got going on. You inspired me to keep going. So, and it's like, even though we're going through this pandemic, it's like you can't stop what you love to do. You got to keep going.
Yeah, and actually, it's 1 second. Actually, I got to pull something for you because this is gonna jog your memory. Give me one moment.
Okay.
Remember this?
Yeah. Okay.
Who designed this for me?
Oh, I did. Oh,
yeah. What's up?
I said, damn. Let me see again.
Yeah, let me show you, bro.
Damn.
1 sec.
Damn, that look crispy.
Don't it?
Yeah.
You made the logo with the Iron Man, and you also put like the city in the background. I love the skyline, bro. Like the water reflecting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I need to give me one of those. That's looking real nice.
Oh, you want one? Shit, you know I got you, baby. I got this. I got this for free because I'm sponsored now, right? But basically, I kept my manufacturer. See, like I'll try to get free, but I can't guarantee anything. I don't know, man. The motherfuckers are dirty, but shout out Google Wares though. You know what I'm saying? Google Wares. These motherfuckers right here. So they're the ones who make it. But anyways, so yeah. So pretty much, when I left the Falcons, started coaching my own team, the Carnage, and then that kind of folded. And then I started my own team, the Watchers. You actually were the design artist for the Watchers logo, which people may not know. And so obviously with that, you have Izzy's designs. You also have your design business on side. So talk to me about kind of what went into that, because you're very talented at what you do. You're very talented as a graphic design artist, because if this jersey isn't proof enough, I'm not sure what is. You know what I mean?
Thank you. You know, with graphic design, I always had a passion for art.
Yeah.
Um, like ever since I say like since I was in middle school, even though I was dealing with my asthma and I couldn't do sports, the main class I really enjoyed was art.
Yeah.
Because I could just sit down and like express my imagination. As a young kid, I always loved watching cartoons. Like I'm pretty sure you're familiar with like Yu-Gi-Oh, Ninja Turtles, Looney Tunes, and all that. Even Dragon Ball Z. It just it had gave me that spark for my the artist inside of me.
Yeah.
But when I was in middle school, I remember my 8th grade year, I believe it was the principal actually. He sat me down. He was like, he asked me plenty of times what I wanted to do in the future. That's why I wanted to be an artist, and he had broken down and showed me the numbers on like how much a artist that like paint and draw and how much they get paid a year. And I seen it, and I'm over here like I wasn't satisfied with because I'm thinking like, you know, I want in the future. I want to have not nothing too crazy, but I want to have a big family. So in order to have a big family, you got to make a few million. So it's like um, I was asking him, is there anything else when it comes to art that I could do, even though drawing and painting is not one of them. And he had introduced me to graphic design. It was all in the paperwork. I'm just looking at them. Okay, average graphic designer make about 80,000, but they can make more if they by themselves.
Yeah.
So then I had talked to my mom. She was like, "Yeah, you better off having your own business." And look, something to know about my mom. She's a hustler. She had me at 16. Like she taught me everything I know when it comes to making money and putting in work. So so she definitely encouraged me to be a business owner, which I definitely appreciate. Um, so I decided to go to school to be a graphic designer, and I just keep practicing. Like I said, hard work be talent. So I always practice. I didn't start off so good, but I practice. So I have a project for myself to make things look good, and that's what I did. And now I still got my graphic design business. I also got a clothing line business as well as an accounting business. And yeah, so yeah, I'm really excited with my clothing line business because I got so many new clothes that you know that haven't taken out, I haven't like put it on the website yet. I was waiting for a special time.
Yeah.
Yep. And then my accounting business, I just started it. I believe I told you a little bit about this called Ameritex.
Ameritex. Yep. Talk to him.
Yep. Yeah. So Ameritex is an accounting firm. We have over 12 services, and the one service that's very big is tax filing.
Mhm.
And we have tax filing. We also have bookkeeping, credit repair, much more. And, and we actually have a business partner program where you could be a business partner and you will begin pay 4 streams of income. And
Right.
when you get all 4 streams of income, you'll be making 5.2 million, which is real good.
That's
Right
pretty
now,
damn good.
yep, and it's very simple. You got 3 steps. It's called the power of three. The power you bring in 3 people. They then you train your 3 people to do the same, and
Mhm.
then you also sell 3 bookkeeping services, 3 tax filings, and 3 solutions.
Yeah.
And but yeah, you just follow the steps and train and make sure you train yourself and you train your team, and sky's the limit. Like right now, I'm like more than halfway close to my goal, so I'm
More than
pretty excited.
halfway.
Yeah, more than halfway. And once I get to my goal, I plan on making some donations to some very big organizations like Chicago Falcons and much more. And I just want to give back.
That's 100%. And I love that you talked about giving back because ultimately that's what this is all about. Life is nothing about giving back. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like life is all about giving back. Like football is all about giving back. Everything we do in life is all about giving back. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So ultimately, giving back is the key to anything in life, and I think that's why I played. That's why I did what I did. And that's why I have the podcast, because I want to be able to have. It's my way of giving back to everyone who doesn't really know the stories of everyone. Like my teammates and myself, and I mean all the players out there whose stories, and obviously players who everyone do know. I mean, like we have Ken Shamrock, we have UFC fighters, we have UFC Hall of Famers, we have WWE Hall of Famers, we got NFL Super Bowl players, college football Hall of Fame inductees on the show, right? But ultimately, I mean, like it's just, it's all about, just like you said, it's a community, it's a family, and giving back. The Falcons were the same way, in my opinion. It's like a family, you're just trying to give back, trying to play, having fun, So ultimately, I think that's the best part about the Falcons. I mean, all these other teams in Chicago are just like, oh yeah, no, we this, we that, we win, we blah blah. Like, bro, you're fucking playing semi-pro, G. It doesn't matter what you do. You ain't making money doing this shit. I mean, when you can make it profitable, then you can talk. If you can't do that, then don't be talking, G. You feel me? So ultimately, that's kind of and I think ultimately, kind of with your tax business, kind of you're halfway through your goal. Kind of what's your outlook for it? I mean, what's your? I mean, like you said, you kind of talked about it, but what's your outlook?
What do you mean by outlook?
What's your goal? Like your long? I mean, you already talked about kind of the monetary goal, but kind of what's your outlook when you
Like my main, like I say for this year, I'll tell you, one of my goals is to buy land and property. Like I said, I want a big family in the future. Uh, Hopefully, start by the time I hit 30, which is like 4 years from now.
Yeah.
So just trying to make sure I got some assets, and I got nice home, and number one thing, big goal that I have told myself I'm gonna do since I was 18 is buy a condo downtown.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So this right here is the UFC Superfly Championship belt, which Ken Shamrock wore. On the on yeah, like that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, bro. I just got this. I got this in the mail. Shout out to Hamyar belts. I think that's what they're called. So you got the rings and the belt. So, anyways, you can hear that brass. You can hear that. So yeah, obviously with we talk about the goals kind of with I mean you kind of alluded to your boxing career, but I don't think we really got into it, because I think we need to, you talk about your fighting, but I don't know, like, what is your goal? I mean, like, do you want to just keep fighting just for, like, at the level you're at with G2 and MMA? I mean, obviously you want to do MMA. When you get into MMA, you're probably going to want to like start fighting some regional promotions for some belts and some gold. I mean, kind of I mean, obviously you still need to get your feet wet, and you're very humble in your mindset and your approach. And I appreciate that. But do you have any idea of or vision of your career trajectory in MMA and boxing?
With the boxing, like I said, I'm going to do my boxing. I'm gonna do a boxing match first, and I'm currently training at Talon's Boxing Academy in Blue Island.
Yeah.
Sean's my coach, and he's like one of the greatest coaches I ever met. He got over 12 champions that he helped trained, and he's since I've been working with him, I've been getting better, and he just got that energy. He's a great coach. That's a coach that I want. But my plan is to, like I said, focus on getting my hands better. So once I get to my MMA match, my first MMA match, I would like to like get like at least 5 amateur fights in MMA before I decide to go pro.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe there's a they got like a competition for amateurs in order for you to get a belt. So I would say after my second or third fight, I would be interested and most likely comfortable into participating into a bigger competition, so I could test my skills, and like I haven't not liked the process. When I get in the ring, a lot of people would get scared when they in the octagon and the door closed. I actually get pretty excited, because I'm looking forward to seeing what my skills is at. Even if I get hit one good time, I tell myself keep going, keep going, keep going. So I'm just excited, and like I'm not thinking too far into it, but I want to do this the right way. I don't want to jump into something that I see a lot of people just do. Like, I don't like talking about it, but with the whole Nate Robinson fighting Jake Paul, I feel like it's kind of like that's a bad example, just jumping straight into the pros.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah, I feel like it's a process to it, and you don't want to rush it, because experience is key when it comes to any combat sport, and that's why I want to take it and take my time. But I say about at least about 5 fights, I'll be ready to make it the pros, and if I can, I actually been thinking about this. I would really like to fight Jake Paul in a boxing match.
Ooh, hey man, we dropping some shots on the fucking fire, some shots on the 81 podcast. Monche, my boy, wants that work against Jake Paul. Jake Paul, if you listen to this, you probably aren't, but I'm posting on IG in case you are. You know what I mean? Hey man, Jake Paul, man, if you want the smoke, come get it. You know what I'm saying? Free smoke.
But yeah,
Free.
you know, yeah, I'm not looking to trash talk. I'm just looking to show my abilities. And
100%. Yeah.
like I said, I'm a hard worker. I'm not no trash talker, but if you want to trash talk, go ahead. But I'm looking forward to once I'm ready. I'm gonna show what I'm about.
100%. I think that that's a good stuff because me, I don't talk. How we played. I'm not. I let my actions on the field do my talking for me, and you've seen the result. Like here we are. You know what I mean? Essentially, kind of. When you're able to let your actions speak for you, you don't need to talk. But dudes fucking hit me up all the time. Like, oh yeah, you fake, you this, you that, blah blah blah. You lying. I'm like, bro, what the fuck you talking about, bro? Like, I mean, like my whole career is validated through who were there. You know what I mean? Fans were there, you were there, whatever. Fortunately, not too much film, but whatever. I mean, I don't need it. Like ultimately, my career is so beyond kind of the realm of expectations from when I first started even playing football as a 19-year-old at West Valley College. Sorry, as a 17, 18-year-old first at San Jose College, then a 19-year-old West Valley College. I don't even care anymore. I've achieved level of success that I'm comfortable with. Obviously, you're striving to get to that point with boxing and MMA, and when you get there, you're gonna be like, all right, there's nothing left for me to do. But essentially, you know your abilities and you know how good you are, so you want to be able to put that on display. And I think that's kind of the biggest thing. So
Yes.
essentially, yeah. So man, yeah, no, man, shit. So what else you got going on, man? I mean, anything else? Kind of,
Um. You know, besides martial arts, Oh yeah. I'm also planning to participate in a jiu-jitsu tournament.
Oof,
Yeah, because that's one thing that's necessary before you go into an MMA match, because
right.
you could be in a position not knowing how to reverse it, and like they could do a submission, break your arm. But I've been taking jiu-jitsu classes at G2, and I learned a lot. And but I believe that the more you practice it, the better. And so it's like it's always good to have that on your belt. And jiu-jitsu, I learned a lot from jiu-jitsu. I thought it'd be a little similar to wrestling, but you got to take your time with that, because if you rush in, you could find yourself getting submitted in an awkward position.
Yeah, 100%, bro, 100%. I think kind of knowing being well rounded is key, and being able to kind of do that, learn the ground game and learn how to grapple on the ground is key too. So I think I agree with you on that. Like Ken Shamrock was a great wrestler, and that's how he was able to make a career and win this belt. And it was on the show we talked about that. But pretty much with anything, man, you just gotta be able to run it and be able to kind of do it, like at your best ability. But being able to not take any shortcuts and learn the ins and outs of it is pretty much your keys to success. So I agree with you on that. So
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. And then,
Sorry.
oh yeah, I was gonna say, and then besides the martial arts, I'm just focusing on my business, because I have over 200 business partners that I make sure I help on a daily basis. So it's like I'm doing all the graphics for the team. So it's like my goal is, besides me focusing on my martial arts career, is to build my team. Just being a leader, and I'm teaching them how to lead, and I'm teaching, and I just want to show them that the best way to succeed is to make sure you got your teammates back, and show them how you supposed to do everything. So it's like, if somebody need help, you just give them a call, ask them what they need help with, and work from there and make a plan. You know, so it's like I always keep in contact with my business partners. Um, and then oh yeah, I don't think I told you. I'm actually I got selected for a reality show called Tycoon.
Ooh, okay. How's that gonna go? So talk about that.
Yeah, so the reality show is basically about the business owners that's in the business, Ameritex. Basically the new business partners that came in, which I'm one of them. It's gonna be it's 9 weeks. So you're gonna see us starting from the rag to riches. So you're gonna see what we have to do in order to make it, you know. So it's like nothing's easy. You gotta put the hard work. You gotta make sure you have a schedule and keep contact with your circle, which is your business partners. And sometimes they're gonna need you to give them that good energy to keep them motivated and keep going, you know. But yeah, it's just, you know, showing our life and showing that, you know, there's a way to make money while you're at home, especially during this time, this pandemic. You just gotta work every day. You know, you don't gotta work too hard when you're stressed out, but you just gotta organize your day. So I make sure I organize my day. Like today, I started boxing at 11. No, it started at 11 a.m., but I got there at 10 a.m. because I like to put extra work in.
Yeah.
By the time I was done, I felt great. You know, like I got a lot to do today. I gotta meet with my team today. I gotta make sure I gotta do a live Facebook live for the reality show. So it's, but yeah, you know, it's just I make sure that, you know, I do what I need to do. And I definitely believe taking care of your body is a big part of success. You know, when you take care of your body, you have a lot more energy. And then you know, it's just good to take care of your body. I encourage a lot of people to work out on a daily basis. If you want to have that energy and motivation, you know, when you work out, you feel happy.
Big facts, you know, big facts. You know, obviously the more you work out, the more you do is gonna be better for you. You know what I'm saying? So keep grinding and keep pushing forward. You'll be all right. You know what I mean? So obviously, you know, I mean, taking care of your body. I take Zone and CBD. Do you take any supplements or anything you want to recommend to anyone out there?
Uh, Actually, give me 1 second. Let me
Yeah, I got you. I got you. What is that?
It's 27 vitamins in here. It's called Limitless 5.0.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. Well, it's kind of blurry. Why is it blurry? Oh, well, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Limitless. Because you know what? Because the logo has a glare, but I got it. I see limitless. Yeah, I got it.
It's a chrome like, but yeah. So it's Mona J made it, which is one of my other businesses. It's a medical. We sell medical supplies, but this right here is made. It's FDA approved.
Okay.
But yeah, you take the. You got to make sure you eat a meal and then take one, but you take twice a day, and make sure you drink at least 2 bottles of water.
Got it.
But ever since I've been taking it, I've been feeling real good. This right here, it assists viral support, repairs 50 trillion cells in your body. So ever since I've been taking it, I had a lot more energy. I've been very more aware, especially when it comes to boxing. So I definitely recommend it to anybody that's looking to go the natural route. You know, because it's a lot of other things that have bad effects, like supplement. Well, I never took a supplement before, so you know I can't really talk on that. But I felt good doing this, and I'm real iffy on the things I see athletes take, because you
Yeah.
know some of them might be illegal. So it's like, you know, I'd rather take the natural route.
Only thing I take is this boy, Zone and CBD. So I mean, that's pretty much Zone and CBD. If you can see that, there we go.
Okay, this is my first time seeing this.
Yeah, so I take that because Olfa Tupu, one of my guests I show, my boys, he basically hooked us. You know, he's getting me right. He's getting me right on some pre-workout, some of that stuff. But I try to take it because he started the business, and it's helped me with muscle recovery. It's helped me with sleep. So I highly
Oh,
recommend. Yeah, yes, you may want to check it out.
my phone.
If on what?
All right.
So yeah, obviously we're talking about supplements, and you disconnected. We got a little technical difficulties, but we're good now. So talk to me about kind of you know, obviously your supplements, everything like that, and stuff you've been kind of taking. And you already showed me yours. I showed you Zone and CBD, and you know, pretty much it. You know, but
Yep. You should definitely send me information about that. That looks very interesting.
Oh, I will. Yeah, I'll definitely send you information about it. I post it all the time on Instagram because Lo Fatupu, I mean, they're one of my business partners for the show. They do podcasts, and looking forward to it.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to kind of getting you part of the Zone and family. You can just get on it. So, but yeah, kind of what anything else that you want to close out with? I know you're a Bears fan. You're a Sox fan, right? So
Um, I love Chicago. Period. It's hard for me to pick and choose when it comes to the Cubs and Sox, but I will go to both games. Not gonna lie, but the way I see it is, if if the Sox or the Cubs win the championship, and then the day we're gonna have a parade in Chicago, which is
yeah,
good, which
yeah,
is good.
and we've had both of those happen in the past 20 years. So it's perfect.
Yep.
So, but talk to me about you hear about JJ Watt? He's now with the Arizona Cardinals.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
today, literally today. They announced it today.
Hey,
Yes.
I
So
was
what?
hoping
So
the Bears get him.
I hope the Bears game too. Yeah, I don't want fucking Arizona. My Niners got to play that shit every man. Fuck. But it is what it is. So what's your impression about JJ Watt now being on the Cardinals?
I think he just he's a good defensive player. I believe he'll be very impactful. I believe that he'll make the defense a lot better. Um, I know they have a good quarterback, and I believe they have two good receivers.
Yeah.
Yep. So I won't be surprised if they make it to the playoffs and possibly the Super Bowl, because defense definitely win championships.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, that's how that's how I feel about it. I'm kind of shocked.
Yeah, it's kind of shocking, and we'll see how it goes. Cliff Kingsbury, but then again, he's 32. He's gonna be he has had injury issues, so they paid a lot of money to get this guy. They paid a lot of money, so we'll
How
see.
much?
Oh, I don't even know. I mean, it was something ridiculous, but I'll look it up. So I mean,
Okay.
but yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, my Niners just looking sorrier and sorrier every single day. It is what it is. But yeah.
I'm,
Um.
I'm kind of hoping. Well, I got some hope for the Bears. I have some hope.
Yeah. We'll see.
Hmm?
We'll see.
All right. Then
Yeah.
but yeah, with sports wise, I'm a real football fan. I'm a big football fan, obviously. I'm watching the NBA right now as well.
Which team is your NBA team?
um, I mean, it's kind of hard. I want to pick the Bulls, but I haven't seen anything different. But the Lakers, I tell you what, they got LeBron James, and he definitely got he is something he taking. I don't know. It's probably the water, but I need to drink what he got, because he been playing great. All his
35 years old, 36 years old, and still playing at an MVP level. That's unheard of. You know what I mean?
I believe he been playing 18. He's in 18th season, right?
Yeah, 18th season.
Yep. And he's like he's averaging like he's young. So yeah. I really, I wouldn't be surprised they win like 2 or 3 more championships, because of LeBron James' IQ and his athleticism. But yeah, I won't bet against King James at all. I won't bet against him.
Me too, man. Yeah, I think Brooklyn might actually knocked out earlier than people expect because there's a lot of good teams in the East, but we'll see. Right now Brooklyn's a team that everyone has, but we'll see what happens in the playoffs. It's a different animal. So hopefully they get knocked out.
Okay.
So, I mean, ultimately it should be good. But you know what? Hey, brother, I just want to say it was great talking to you, man. It was great kind of learning about your experiences, your design businesses, all the businesses you have, commend you for that. Your boxing, kind of your upcoming boxing career, you're kind of just on the come up, obviously, and you're still in school getting that done. And the graphic designs that you've done for me and obviously for many others and business partners. So any closing thoughts for our viewers or listeners out there?
I want to say thank you for watching, and if you look into for a business opportunity, definitely try do your research about Ameritex. You will be hearing us on the Chicago radio on Power 92 and 102.3 and much more. And feel free to add me on Instagram or Facebook. My Instagram's Izzy _MG25. No, 95. I'm sorry, 95. And then my Facebook is space Iznazo, Iznazo, space Gutierrez, Gutierrez.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Looking forward to seeing you on Tycoon. That's gonna be coming up. When's that coming up? Drop the dates.
It's actually coming out on fall. It's coming out to
Okay.
fall, and it's going to take 9 weeks to complete. Right now, we going towards our second week.
Okay, so it's gonna take 9 weeks to complete. So fall. Do they do? Where's it gonna be available for streaming or watching?
I believe I was told BET.
BET. Okay, BET.
Uh,
There we go, baby.
right,
I forgot to ask you. I forgot to ask you. You're multiracial, right?
yes.
Talk to me about that.
So my story is pretty crazy, but I'll make it short. My grandmother on my mother's side is Native American, and my grandfather that was with my grandmother. He is Mexican and Japanese. I was told he's from Mexico, and then my father he's black. I already don't have a relationship with him. I grew up without him, but my mom, like I said, my mom she's a strong woman. She knows about business, and she had she had helped me realize about what I need to do in order to get done, to accomplish my goals. So I definitely appreciate and love and have her in my life. And if she's hearing this, I love you, Mom. And yep.
Yeah, no, obviously, and I think kind of not having that your father in life helped kind of drive you a little bit more to become who you are today. So I mean, kudos for that too, brother. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
I really enjoyed, this time kind of learning about you a little bit more, really kind of getting more perspective look as to your pursuits and your passions and your story, because I didn't know your dad was absent, and I didn't know that you had a Japanese kind of ancestry, you know what I mean? So I also didn't know, I knew about your brother because we talked about that, at length, when we were at the Falcons, but I mean, I just, it's just like, it's cool kind of learning about, my own brothers, man, my own freshman bud, baby, Falcons, we out here, baby, we out here, boy, you know what I'm saying? So Falcons for life. So hey, hey, brother, hey, best of luck to everything, man. We're looking forward to Tycoon. I'm looking forward to see you back on the show eventually soon, you know what I mean? And after your first fight, we're going to make some shit happen. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
I definitely appreciate it. It's good seeing you again, man. We definitely going to have to link up. Once everything blows up, we're going to have to link up.
Oh, yeah. No, one of these days, bro, if I saw it to Chicago, I'm definitely link up with you. I got you, bro. Because, we never really got to. But it's like now we can because now we have the opportunity because I had too much shit going on at that time. You know what I mean? But now it's like things settle down, so I could definitely come link up with you. So I got you, bro.
Well, definitely. No, all right. Definitely. Well, thank you for having me.
100%, brother. Hey, man, take care.
You too.
Like.
All right.